Okay, let's hear that left hand. 2, 3. Okay, so that's a tie. I know it's confusing because what's happening there is you've got two curve marks that are called slurs. One of them, well, let me explain. One of them refers to, right, the whole phrase being connected, and the one below that big curve mark refers to a tie. It means that it specifically ties the dotted half note to the other, so you have to hold it. So let me show you what I mean. 1, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3. That you will need more of a sound and deeper in the keys of the left hand, because the right hand is going to be much lighter, but the left hand, if it's too soft, the balance between the hands won't be what you want, because you really want to bring out which hand ultimately?
The left hand.
Right. So it says MF. See, the MF refers to the bottom notes in the bass, and the P on top will refer to the lighter sound of the little thirds and the seconds. When I say thirds, what do I mean? Harmonic thirds?
Yeah.
And harmonic seconds. Like you told me last time, there's either a harmonic third or a harmonic second. The third was a minor third, as you know, and the second was a major second, because it's a whole step. Right? Now, let me just show you something a little deeper now. I'm deeper here at all. Look. Watch. Between the phrases, the ultimate half of the page, you're going to lift your hand because you're starting what? A whole new idea. Okay, let's do it. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. Oodle me. 1, 2, 3. Tie. 2, 3. Lift your hand. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah. Well, sorry.
Now what happens here is your eyeballs are going to the first ending. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 1. Back to the beginning. 1. Good job. 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Roll. 2, 3. Tie. 2. Lift. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The second ending. Now this time, guess what happens? Oh, wait, something else happens. Remember, you have to jump over to the second ending and not do the first ending twice. So here's what's going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 1, second ending there. See, because you can't do the first ending twice. So this is what you did the first time, and you went back. And when you get to the same place, you have to go eyeballs
I didn't
over
know
there.
that.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. That's why I did that out at your last lesson. It was on the video. Okay, now can we do the very last line, and you're skipping over to the second ending, so the B goes to the what? To the C.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first ending, you go around the corner to the beginning, and then when you get right before the first ending, you zip over to the second ending. This is simply a C, right? Do you understand? Okay, let's do the third line to the second ending. 1, you need more sound. Ta, dee, da, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah, and you know what would you think is a good idea when you come to that second ending? Wait, let me ask you a question. Is that a destination and a resolution and a kind of meltdown at the very end of it?
Make it softer.
Yeah, you're right. Because if I put harmony, I would go watch. Right?
Yeah.
You gotta be careful of those kind of the ends, the tapering ends of big phrases, right? Can you do it the same place and remember at the end you're gonna do a wrist forward a little with that thumb, a little bit of a wrist forward. Okay, third line. 2, 3, can have. Perfect. 2, 3, tie, 2, 3. And you remember to tie it. You see the tie there?
Yeah.
Because you see two slur marks. One is the phrase mark, and one is specific to tying notes. So if you have two of the same notes and you see one of those things between it, one of those little curves, arcs, it tells you what? To tie the notes. Not
there's,
that-
like,
they have to
a
be the same
sort
notes
of
to be
thing.
tied, right? They have to be
Yeah.
the same notes. Now, here's going to be the challenge for you
Or the
this
same
week.
chord.
Because you did a great job on that. Did a great job. Very smooth. Now, and because it's all MF, basically he has MF in the left hand. He doesn't want it to be too tiny, right? Because it's got to survive the chords above it, which are really blend chords, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah, they blend. Because so now here's the thing. Show me a little of the right hand. I should see
so
that first.
first
And you're
there.
and you're counting rest, chord, rest,
Yeah.
short. I would also suggest this. Let me suggest something else. I would suggest that the third beat be a little lighter than the second beat. I'll show you why. I'll show you why it works. Here's why. Was the second one? Why do you think that's better?
Because it kind of like each one is its own like.
It makes it travel better across in terms of a phrase because it doesn't sort of, the third beat can't be like jumping out in 3/4 time.
Yeah.
It's like in Chopin waltzes we do. Watch. Less. Less. See? Less. See?
That's
Are
my
those,
favorite piece.
but aren't those what I just did now? Isn't that like the third beat? I didn't go crashing down on it? Right. So so I would suggest that you still do a short staccato. You keep it the same duration, which is but you make it a little lighter. How do you make it lighter? Lighter arms. Lighter arms and wrists. Yeah, the arm weight is what really, governs it. Okay, so we're going to start counting rest, chord. Okay? The third beat is going to be lighter, but it's still going to be short. Okay, I'm going to give you one measure of 3 without even playing. I'll do this. Let me show you what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, rest. See what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
It gets you ready. So 1, 2, 3, rest. Less. 1. Less. That's better. 1. Yeah, you don't have to punch them. They're both soft, but one's softer. Rest. Less. 1, 2, 3, 1. Hold. 2, 3, rest. Less. Make the third beat less. That's better. 1. Less. 1. Less. 1. Rest. 2, 3. First ending. 1. Rest. 2, 3. Beginning. Make them short. Rest. It's too loud. Rest. Less. Rest. Light. Rest. That's the best one. 1, 2, 3. Rest. 1, 2, 3. Rest. Less. 1. Less. 1. Less. 1. Less. 1. Rest. 2, 3. Second ending. 1. Right. You can afford to play them a little softer in general, but it's very good. And the other thing I think about when I do this, believe it or not, these staccato notes have to be like lifted in your mind, so they don't like ever fall down. Any of them. None of them fall down. Do they have lift to them? Should they have lift?
Yes.
Now here's what I mean. So let's say I put the two hands together and I can sort of show you. Da, up, ba, up, less. See? Ta, up, less. So both of them are up, but the second one is less to the ear, less sound, less dynamic, we say. Okay? Now, this is very good though. This is very good. And the next thing you're going to do this week, and this is going to be tricky, is to make sure the left hand stays legato while the right hand does its own what? Rest, short, light, rest, short, light. So you might want to try a little bit to see how that works. Watch. See, look how I'm going slower now because it's a new challenge. So what do I have to make sure I do? That the left hand does not lift because the right hand is lifting. Is that right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to show you when my mom looks at the tape what this will be like. So basically this week you're going to try, after you do all this, which you do quite well, you'll do this. Well, let me show you. C, light, less light. B, light, less light. A, light, less light. B. See what Okay? Watch chi, watch me, watch chi, what's the balance? What do you hear the balance here? What's the balance between the hands? Do you hear more of the left hand at the end there?
Yeah.
Right, because you know what? The tendency and the challenge is not to let these little chords overshadow the what? The melody in the left hand, so that the chords are decorating and giving what? Harmony to this beautiful line. Normally we usually, do this, right? But we flip the hands over. We've got the accompaniment upstairs and we've got the melody downstairs. Is that different?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, now have you tried this yet?
No.
Okay.
Well, I think I tried it once, but I didn't know the.
So what are we doing different in the practicing when we attempt to put two hands together? Do we slow up the tempo? Would that be a good idea? Is it a good idea to play slower now? Why would it be a good idea?
Because it's a new kind of topic.
It's
They're
a
doing
new,
a new thing.
right, it's a new challenge. The challenge is now, can I keep my left hand floating and flowing as the leader hand of the melody while I just lightly tap out these chords so that they don't overshadow the melody, and they also don't force my left hand to lift up because my right hand is dancing up and down like staccato notes, right? So that's the challenge here and what you're learning in this piece. Okay, so to try a little bit, see what happens. Change.
Oh, yeah.
Right, but that was quite good. That's quite good. Now I want to make one. This is very good, but I want to make a suggestion. That's very good. It's really good. I must say for the first time. I think what I would do more with the left hand is not be so stiff on my arm. I'd let my arm kind of be like a bow on a violin string. So watch what I do. Ta, ta. Look. See what I'm doing? Da, ta. Watch. Right? Because I could do kind of a stiff hand, but I don't get like on a violin. That's a perfect violin melody where you go da, slur your bow. Actually, that's in the range of the violin. You know that? That's in the range of the violin. What are you going to do a little bit different? Shape it.
Yeah,
shape your left hand a little bit. Yeah, so it doesn't get kind of a flat sound. So I'll give you one measure, and then I'll give you the rest, okay? Well, I just have to give you one measure. 1, 2, 3. Lighter on the right hand. Light. Right hand light. Light. Let's get these now. 2, 3. C. Bring out the left hand. Light on the right hand. Lighter on the right hand. That's better. C. Remember third beat is lightest? Chi. First ending.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. So this is fine. No, so this is fine for a first time. It's amazingly good. Okay, so the big deal is, I know there's a lot of things to think about. The big deal is you're shaping your left hand because it's the star. It is actually the soloist. The right hand can't obscure it or overshadow it. And it needs to be much lighter than this other hand because MF to P are really different. So yeah. What am I doing different? Second one is lighter. That's really tactile. You have to learn what does tactile mean? The feel? The feel.
Like how
Right.
it feels. Like
Right.
the texture.
All I want you to do, okay, so this was very good the first time you did that today. You really did great because you did a beautiful legato in the left hand and you didn't, lift your hand because you were playing staccato in the other hand. So that's super good. So I'll send this video along. And 2 things to remember. Yes, the leader left hand, shape it nice, be in the keys, do all kinds of nice things. And the right hand really have to be third beat lighter.